In live, yeah.
Okay, perfect. Hi guys, welcome to our webinar for today, April 17. We're gonna learn a little more about Alta Labs. We already have had this webinar. I'm just gonna go a little bit more in depth, and at the end, I'm gonna show you some system settings on my Alta network, so you can look at the GUI, the graphical interface, so you can start learning a little bit about it. So the question here is why I try Alta Labs. So Alta Labs, what is Alta Labs? Well, it's the way one of the guys I work with at Alta Labs describes it is Alta Labs is everything you love about Unify without the stuff that you hate. Why does he say that? Well, Alta Labs was founded in 2022 and it came from many industry leaders that used to work at Ubiquity that didn't like where the company was going, so they decided to leave and start their own thing. Also, adding the co-founder of PF Sense. So there is a lot of experience in the Alta Labs team, and and maybe you can find some similarities with between Alta Labs and Ubiquity that you might, if you already use Ubiquity, that you might like. So it will make the switch for you easier. I know it's hard from um, jumping from a certain GUI to another. So yeah, it's led by professionals. There's a lot of experience and there's a lot of software development experience. So why use Alta Labs instead of anything else? So as I said, um, there's a lot of experience with Ubiquity, but they don't charge licenses for their products. So there are no fees. There are no hidden fees. You can use the cloud service without any issues, and it works really well. There's real support. There's 9 to 5 tech support, and for you to use that's based on the US. They can help you out. You can ask them for chat, email, text, whatever is available to you, and they'll help you out troubleshoot your devices. Price performance. So there's a little bit of people saying like, oh, it's expensive, it's not expensive. Um, it's it's good for the cost. You're paying mostly for being able to do it quickly, to do it efficiently, and it's really easy to configure. So you're not wasting time on configurations or installations. So you have to look at the price from there. There's high margins like due to being so easy to install. Product reliability, community focused. There's a large community and they also give you cash back if you start buying from them. We keep track of your purchases and they keep track of your purchases. So there are some programs called Alta Summit, where if you buy enough Alta Labs equipment, you'll get cash back to buy more Alta Labs devices. So no other brand in the market right now does that for you. So it's really community focused, mostly for integrators and installers. It's they're putting you in like the first spot, the first seat, so you can get more from them. They're really looking to disrupt the market with really easy to install devices, really easy to configure, and community focused. There's forums and there's programs to help you like get more into Alta Labs. As I told you earlier, it's easy to use. I'm going to show you later how easy it is. So yeah, you got a lot of features that I'm going to show you, and you're going to love the devices. So what does Alta Labs sell? Well, at the moment, it doesn't have like that many products, but it started with access points. So right now you have 3 versions of the AP6, and there's a new one being released for this year. I'll probably show it next time or when I have it in stock. So we start with the AP6AL. That's the basic model. So Wi-Fi 6, throughput 3 gigabytes per second, 2x2 antennas. It's not IP rated. And it has a special price for you now. It was $116. Now it's updated price with at $91. So you should take advantage of it right now. That has a special price. It's not being hit that hard by tariffs because it's not a Chinese manufactured product. It's manufactured in Vietnam, so you can take advantage of that. Like when all of the other customers or consumers are more dependent on Chinese products, well, you can disrupt the market with this Vietnam-based. The company is based in the US, but the manufacturing is based in Vietnam. So 10% tariffs against 124% tariffs, you can do the math here. It's more beneficial for you to use these products at the moment. So what's the difference between the AP6 and the AP6 Professional? Well, you can see like Wi-Fi 6 with Wi-Fi 7 speeds. What does that mean? Well, it gives you 6.3 gigabytes, so more than twice the amount of speed that the basic model gives you. And you have 4x4 antennas, and also it's IP54. So if you have like a little outdoor patio, you can install it at the exterior. Just protect a little from the elements, and it can work perfectly for you. Or for those exterior installations, you have the AP6 Pro Outdoor, which is the same as the AP6 Professional on the speed front, but it's more protected for the IP68 rated for outdoor environments, omnidirectional and mesh technology. And it's just a little bit slower just because the casing is it's heavier. So it gives a little bit of a refraction on the signals, but it gives you still great speeds for the outside. So we're jumping to the switches. None of these switches are full PoE. So you have the S8 PoE and the SX16 PoE are half PoE switches. So from 8 ports, you have 4 PoE ports, and from 16, you have 8 PoE ports. They have a lot of, they're both, well, all of them are manageable. If you're looking for good layer 2, easy to install switches, these are the ones for you. All rack mounted, network loop detection, site manager, a lot of features you can have with this. And the S24, it's not half PoE, it's 2/3 PoE. So out of 24 ports, you have 16 PoE ports. They're releasing an all port PoE switch. It's going to be the 48 one if you're looking for a bigger switch. But for most applications, this will serve you perfectly. And they'll have a lot of like functions that I'll show you for it's easier for you to manage them. Also, they build a controller. I have told you they have a free cloud controller that you can access that I'm going to show you. But if you don't want to use the cloud controller, if you want to do it on your own device, or if you want to have a physical device where you can run the system, the software, well, this one's for you. The Control AL is a hardware-based local controller that can manage up to 1,000 devices and has backup and restore functions. So you just connect this to your switch and you can have self-hosted. You can use your own device and run the software, but it's easier to have a dedicated device that you can buy from the manufacturer, no compatibility issues and stuff like that. It'll be better for you if you do it this way. So this last year, they released a Route 10. It's the only 10 gigabyte router in the market at this price point. And all of those ports are 2.5 gigabyte. So you have 2 PoE ports and 4 2.5 gigabyte RJ45 ports, and you have 2 SFP plus ports. So it's a really powerful router for the price point. It works great. And there are many functions. Like if you want to use firewalls with Alta devices, you can run the firewall through the router. It has an inbuilt firewall, or you can use a third-party firewall and put it in there if you're worried about like security and stuff like that. So for most installations, you don't really need the router, but for anything with security firewall, you should use the router 10. It's really easy to configure the firewall in this one. It's not as complicated as other devices. So what are the applications for this products? Well, you have offices, schools, gyms, coffee shops, homes. It's really elegant for residential installations. I know many people don't like doing residential, but it looks really nice, and you can turn off the lights if it's most a lot of people don't like the large lights turn on, the LEDs, because it's messes with their sleep, or they prefer like not seeing them. They prefer to put it on behind something. So it's really easy to put them like on a white ceiling, and it gets lost where there if you turn off the light. So um, they're also doing to get the devices in more people's hands. They're doing a special offer for this year called the Alta NFR. It means not for resale. So for the starting price of $399, you get to test all of the products, a basic switch, 2 access points, and the router. So if you have time to take advantage of the special offer, they're limited to one per client, but if you really want to try that, there's no better offer than to take advantage of this price point and test all of the devices. So I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to share with you a little configuration that I like to do. So this is my home base. This is my installation. So I have a switch and an access point, so I can see everything that's connected to my devices right here. So I have my access point, and there are several devices connected, like a TV. I have some smart lights. I have a telephone, and I can see like each port, what's connected there. So I can go here and configure per port. So I have the modem. I can give it a different VLAN, isolate it, limit it. And the default loop detection is on, so there's not really a problem there. So if I'm looking at the device, I can click on it, zoom in, zoom out. If you have like more stuff connected, it's really easy to configure. I can look at here, like power cycle. I can reset each one of these ports. I have full control over all of them. So it's really easy to configure stuff. Okay. So going to settings, you can add passwords. So Alta Pass, I don't know if you ever heard of it. It's a function by Alta Labs where you can manage different passwords depending. So I have an IoT password. It just gives internet access, and it's isolated from my standard password that I use like for my home devices. And if I have guests, I can add them. I can give them a different password and even give them another VLAN, so to have them outside of my actual network. Also, there are some other features like scheduling. So if I add a schedule, advanced settings, I can go like hotspot. It's what usually you see on like coffee shops or Starbucks when you join the network, and you get like a screen before you sign in to the network. You get like promotion stuff like that. So if you're doing a business, you can run like a hotspot. You can add a logo, do terms of service. You can add like, thank you for joining our network, and you can do like, you can go like, thank you for joining the network. Have a disclaimer there or something. So we're not doing that. You can add a schedule if you turn it on. You can like limit like from 4:15 to 8:45. There's no internet access. If people want to join the internet, then they have to let you know. They'll send you like a ticket, like, hey, can I have access? You'll be able to manage it like that. And you can also like do some rules. If you go by guests, you can tell like, okay, so guest network has a ignores schedule or ignores bypass hotspot, or there's filtering you can do for each password. So if you're doing like a hotel, you can give like each room a different password and manage them like that. So also there are some, you can look at how much internet usage are the devices taking, and it's really clean. This feature I really like. If you go into the access point, and you look at fixed info, you can do a quick scan, and it will show you like the best bands to jump to. You can see I have a lot of neighbors, and the Mexican routers are quite powerful in the signal. So you can see here like all of the networks. Look, even there's like a mall in front of me, and I can look at their access point. So right here, it's showing me like how many interferes are in each band, so I can look at the best one. Right now on band 4, and it's fine. There's some noise there, but it's not terrible. So I can change it. I can go back and change the band to band 3. That was cleaner, so I can jump there. So it's going to improve my signal. And I'm doing it like remotely. I'm right now I'm in the office. This is in my house, so it's really easy for me to do stuff like that. So yeah, um, if there's any questions for one applications that we're using, network devices. If you have any questions, comments, I can show you some other cool stuff that you can do with Alta Labs. There are some ways to add some. Oh, sorry. Look at it. So there's, well, I'm also looking at some access points that we have here in the office that's telling me to configure here. So yeah, um, Alta products have a lot of cool things you can do with them. It's really easy to configure. So if you're ever in the market for a new system that you really like, I'll really recommend Alta devices. For the firewall systems, you need to use a router. But outside of that, there's a lot of nice stuff